everyone. Welcome to Reasons for Roots. My name's Lauren, and I'm a homeschool mom to 4 kids. Today I wanted to do a flip through of Starting Points by David Quine. This is a Worldview curriculum from Cornerstone Curriculums. It is Charlotte Mason based, meaning that it is a literature based program. So this is a program for building a biblical worldview, and it is scheduled for high school, but I think in Cornerstone they schedule it in 9th grade. We're actually using this for 10th grade, so just depending on your student. So a few things about Starting Points is that it is an intermediate level worldview course for junior or senior high school. It's for building your worldview, examining literature from a biblical worldview, extending the biblical worldview in your culture, and examining the foundation of a nation from a biblical worldview. So here is the outline. It tells you the resources that you will be needing. Because this is a literature-based program, you will need several different books to go along with the student guide I'm showing you. So in weeks 1 through 9, you will need Answers for Difficult Days, Know What You Believe, How to Read Slowly. In weeks 10 to 18, you'll still use How to Read Slowly, The Chronicles of Narnia, It's a Wonderful Life, The Wizard of Oz, Frankenstein, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and The Deadliest Monster. Weeks 19 through 27, Know What You Believe, Mere Christianity, Assumptions, and then the last term, weeks 28 through 33, Never Before in History. Something that I really liked about this curriculum is that it has major writing assignments scheduled throughout the course. So here is a checklist of all the major writing assignments that it will be scheduled through. Here is an overview week by week. So this is a 36-week course. And with Starting Points, you get a 1 credit in Bible, 1 credit in literature and composition, and also 1 credit in American history. So here's part 1, and I just want to show you what a typical day or week it looks like. So we have week 1. This is about 10 pages, and it has a schedule for the students to follow. So this is mainly for them to be used pretty independently. They will read through whatever it is they need to read, the notes section here, and then they will have Monday and Tuesday read chapter 1 from How to Read Slowly, and the final section from chapter 5. Okay, so that's their Monday and Tuesday work. Then it tells you which pages to do and the assignments that go along with that. Okay, so here is Wednesday and Thursday of that week. That's the questions. And then Friday. Okay, so we don't do a 5-day week school. We do 4 days. So you can adjust this however you like. But that week, it's really going to be about building your own worldview. Okay, then we can go to later on, extending your worldview. There's a lot about the heart of God, value of human life. We get into American history a little later on. Why the Hebrews were poor philosophers. It talks about roles in the church, roles in government. Timelines. You have everything, the Reformation. You have everything you would need for a thorough world history class and Bible class. So here is a writing prompt page. shame. So it gives you like introductory paragraph, how to write a paragraph. I mean, it walks you through topic sentences. It has places for you to complete that. And then it also gives you place to write your rough draft, come up with some good paragraphs, and then write it and give it a title. So you can see here through the overview that you have good literature selections to walk through. Then you'll also be reading good Christian classics, but you'll be talking about things like the Trinity. You'll be talking about roles in America. You'll be talking about the political and religious backdrop of the founding of the United States. So there's so many great topics that your child will be studying throughout the year. So just to give you an idea of what a worksheet would look like, you know, they would do their assigned reading here, okay? Look at any vocabulary words they need to write down. Then they would do a answers from the readings that they were assigned. So right here, they're talking about different natural attributes of God. They're talking about God's moral attributes, triune God. So, I mean, you just see tons of great information. What is free will? God's eternal plan, God's will and providence, application questions. Because God is personal, and then they fill in that. The heart of God. I mean, so it just basically has some sort of worksheet to go along with their reading to help them digest it a little better. And I have read the books that are assigned here, and they are great. The How to Read Slowly book, I think everyone should read that book. It is absolutely wonderful. Teaches you to read from a Christian perspective, and it's just phenomenal. And never before in history, I know a lot of curriculums assign that book for their American history credit. American history is not till the very end, so we will be just, you know, kind of adding that into our A Gentle Feast curriculum. But I'm really excited for him to get started with this. There's also in the back a vocabulary section where your children should write a vocabulary words that they're not familiar with. So these are just words that are new to them, and they will keep that list throughout the year. Now with starting points, there is no answer key, there is no teacher guide. This is it. Just like with typical Charlotte Mason curriculum, this follows that vein. So that's it. That is starting points from Cornerstone Curriculum. What a great way for your children to form their own worldview through a biblical lens.